Well, hello there, hi there, welcome to Just Bird. I thought today I would finish up One Direction with Niall. What is his last name? Horan, I believe is his last name. Niall, the very talented, I believe. In my opinion, this is just my opinion as an old lady. As I watched old clips of the band, I feel that Niall was the most talented, at least in their youth. I haven't really checked in to see. I saw a list of names of songs, but it doesn't trigger anything in my mind. And I'm sure that I've heard every single one of those songs because he appears to be like a pop artist, like a Radiohead, where top 40 type music plays on the radio in my car. So I'm certain I have heard every single one of those songs. I just don't have a clue. I read acoustic, and I rather enjoy acoustic guitar. So today I just want to pull on Liam's energy. My condolences to Liam and everyone else in light of the tragic loss of Liam Paynes passing. All right, so he's in creation. He's trying to forgiveness. He's trying to manifest what forgiveness for what right now? There's some confusion. There was some confusion maybe between he and a friend or a mate. Let's see. What else is coming up for Niall? So he's in this state of confusion, and probably everybody's taking a bit of responsibility. Do you know what I mean? For things that aren't their responsibility. He's confused in his mind state, though. Let's see. We need to trust his intuition. We'll pull. We have transformation going through changes, and he's upset and confused in his mindset. It could be clearing his judgment as far as like the things that he intuitively, sees, feels, hears. Whether that could even corrupt some music if he is an intuitive player, an intuitive writer. However, because his mind is cloudy, he's clouded, he's angry. He's very angry, and he's trying to manifest forgiveness for someone or for himself, maybe for the situation as a whole, forgiving if he believes that, whether he believes this was Liam's hand, or angry. Just situations like this, there's so many questions that this is what's left, when you don't know and you're not certain of how, what, where, why. And when it is at somebody else's hands, there's always these questions. There's anger, like I'm still angry over a situation where somebody took their own, right? And it does mess with all this, but there's something he has to trust that, he'll get through this. He will focus on his happiness at some point when he begins to see things a little bit more clearly, but he has to go through this change, right? And the change that, there's anger, there's forgiveness that's needed, there's confusion and uncertainty, and things are not clear, and it could be throwing him off a bit, and really just needing to focus on his happiness, and grounding himself and clearing this energy out. All right, Niall, let's see what else is coming up for Niall. I heard that he does date. He's dating a Malloy lady. Forget Amelia or Amina. I'm not sure of the name. Malloy in the UK, I believe. I'm not sure who she is. Frankly, I don't know who Niall is either. But, Very, very extremely talented musician, performer. This guy is like a very talented performer. I wonder what it was about Harry. Was it his look, his style, like something? Because this kid had the it factor too. But is it like that teenage, like he wasn't the one that the girls were fawning for or something? I don't know. Seer of souls. He's a sensitive. He's looking for his empathy and understanding, yearning, craving, pain over loss, and the clock is ticking. Here's this clock again. I earlier did. This isn't the clock, but the clock keeps coming up, and since there's a clock out in the news concerning Liam, this could represent that, and in a way, it's just. Maybe it's saying that, yes, ding, 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 that's a factor in the investigation. I'm not certain because I did a predictions read for world and current events and Hollywood and all of that, whatever's trending topics. We have an election and Kanye West came out, Wendy Williams came out, Liam, the clock. And when I see the clock, I know that there's a watch that could possibly be missing from the hotel room, and where it doesn't mean anything at this time. It just means that they haven't located it yet. It could indicate a robbery. It could, who knows? He could have sent it home with his girlfriend or never brought it. I have no idea. But upon further investigation, I'm sure they'll get to the bottom of it. If it wasn't stolen, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. So, poor Niall is hurting. Now, his buddy showed up in the fetal position. Harry. Not Harry. Louis, that little character. They're all silly, young, because everything that I was kind of like looking at was from X Factor days. So it just clips, so I could be way off, but they looked like they had a genuine connection and camaraderie amongst each other. So I don't know. Let's see. We have the Seer of Souls. He has deep empathy. He's a sensitive, and he's hurting. Pain over loss, or the loss of his friend, and that is completely understandable. And he's withdrawing right now. He's he's yearning for something, like the truth or something, but he's checked out right now, and the clock is ticking. It's time to act. Preventable loss. A deadline. Okay. There's an ending. And there's a new beginning, and there's the power of 11. It's spiritually driven. We have 111 on the board. An ending and a new beginning. However, it's time to act. And he believes that this could have been prevented. And I believe that was coming out in the beginning where he wants forgiveness. I feel that he's taking on a portion of responsibility, and it's no matter, I can't say that, like no matter what, it's not any responsibility on him when I don't know that for certain, but unless you were there, not your fault, or did something I don't know why maybe he reached out or something. There's something though, like where he feels responsible, that there's something that he could have done to save his friend. I feel so bad for this state of being. I hope that he will allow people in eventually. Right now, okay, withdraw and just kind of like keeping to himself, yes, but I hope that he will reach out and let somebody in so that he's not just in a world of hurt, pain by himself. This could be like, I don't know the lives of the other bandmates, but given their age, this could be their first experience with tragic, sudden loss or loss, grief as a whole. I don't know, but learning to navigate through it is difficult at any age. And there's no cutoff to mourning. He is prayerful though. He feels like it's coming for him. Do you see the skull? It's a word I can't say, but like his time is running out. Like he needs to do something now that's in withdrawal and stay away from people, because he understands what happened, and what his action is like, I'm just gonna withdraw from the world. Round and round, scatteredness, aimlessness, and repetition. He's just going through the motions. He's, that confusion and things in the first initial reading. It's like this yearning, this desire. It's going round and round with the lover as well. And if somebody is like, he may feel like at this point in his life, he needs to make a decision regarding a mate, a lover, a union. We have 1111 on the board, and we have 5. It's time to make a change, end something, and start something new. A new chapter in life with a lover. And it seems like he misses this person. So if he's constantly over the road, or her work schedule where there's distance, physical distance, there could even be a lot of emotional distance right now because he's withdrawn. Even if he is around people, he won't be connecting, because he's highly sensitive, and not only to his feelings but others' feelings as well. Like he'll become extremely overwhelmed. It's probably what sparks a lot of his creativity, to be honest. That it's like almost like apathy, and I don't know, like it's, you have to go into this really dark space sometimes in order to create the most beautiful sound or lyric, whatever it may be. I think he's getting tired of the runaround. Like it's this repetitive cycle, and not having like a good direction, or a solid foundation beneath your feet, and you're constantly on the go, and you can't think straight is what this is feeling like, right? That's what it feels like your mind's not right, and you're going round and round with this situation, and it's this yearning to want to be with his love. I read that he does not have kids. and that he is not married. So that doesn't really mean anything, but I didn't do the box because she lies. She's not up to date. But I did put it in the Bing browser and said that Niall is not married. It said that he was dating this lady as of a certain time, of a more recent time, in 2024. And it said that he does not have children, which I don't know. You know, what I see here, though, is that he may be feeling that it's time to settle down. It could be like the clock is ticking. It may be time for him to get out of the music, or to find not out completely, you know what I mean, but a different kind of schedule that would work for a relationship to evolve and you know, be able to take children, maybe consider children. But when you're on the go and you're going round and round and round and you're scatterbrained and you can't, like, you just can't keep your mind right. Now he has overwhelming loss, right? And now that affects him and makes him yearn and want his lover that he yearns and desires. With this, you know, maybe there is a deadline, like in his mind, there could be an ultimatum set. Who knows, you know, like it's now or never. But maybe they are considering family and going in that direction themselves. And he wouldn't want to lose the opportunity. It's almost like a seize the moment type of moment here in this reading. He doesn't want to have to suffer the pain and the loss of losing a relationship on top of this loss of Liam. I feel is really pivoting him in this, like, establishing roots for himself. It doesn't look bad. I don't see anything negative here. I will pull from this deck and see what we can get. If there's a message from Liam's spirit team or whatever, you do know that this is all for entertainment purposes. None of this is real. I'm not over here conjuring anything. All right, these I'm just reading the picture cards, the energy of the cards. That's it. So let's see. I'm not a psychic, not a medium. If I say I see, I mean, it's in the picture, okay? In the picture, I see in the picture, not a vision. Okay? I just want to be clear on that. Oh, look, lost without. Like, he really is, he's missing. He yearns. It may be for Liam, but it could be for this relationship. I think it's both, to be quite honest. I feel that, like, he feels this deep desire. Like, I don't know if he gets extremely homesick and not, you know, like really just wanting to lean into a relationship, and maybe his schedule does not allow for that. We have the letter G. He is just reminiscing about, you know, all of the memories, just and taking time alone because he's withdrawn and he's alone and secluded. We have the withdrawal symptoms, the yearning, the craving, the pain over loss, and just being alone and feeling lost without. He feels really ungrounded right now. He's mourning. And it's the cards, that's all the cards are really saying. There's a W on this card here. There's a Q and walk away. Don't look back. there's something that he does want to walk away from. I was saying it here that he wants to, he wants to close something out, and it may be, walking away from a certain schedule or something to lessen his plate and to just move in a new direction. And I don't know what he's walking away from. It may be, but this is his message from Liam. So I don't know what these letters could mean. The G, the W, the Q. He's just letting it look. You are not alone. And he had to go. He wants you to know he had to go. He has memory loss. Did Liam have memory loss? This could let him know that he was losing, he couldn't remember and he doesn't remember what happened to him. That could be a message. I'm just saying. What other? Just letting him know, as a kindred spirit or a brother or whatever, that you're not alone, and whatever it is that you're going through, you're not alone. He's with you in spirit, I would say. And it feels like it's, and don't, it says memory loss. It feels like you, with this card combination, he's saying a message of don't forget me, or you'll never be forgotten, or whatever, you know what I mean, sideways, different approach. Okay, could be dealing with a water sign, not a water sign, a sign of Cancer. I don't know anything I don't even know Niall's sign, and this has the letter Z. It's weird that only letters came out on these cards, and I'll pull one more, but there's the letters are the least of what's in the cards on the top. Let's see, one more. In shock. It was unexpected. And he went sideways. I don't know if a deal went sideways or if he's trying to say that he wanted to get out. There's a theory. Look, it's an M. Liam, Zane, who are the other ones? Harry, Louis. No, we got a Z. We have an M, a W. I'm just saying. You tell me. Ms. Ms. Queen. I don't know. I'm just... Okay, in shock, sideways approach. There's a theory that maybe Liam... was being locked inside of his room because he was being a nuisance or something outside of the room. So the hotel maybe locked him in there. So possibly he went outside and to get away. And from what someone had reported, he had done this in the past where they would, I don't know, management or team or something would lock him in the room, but he would go out and, scale the building and hop down. And maybe since he was on the third floor, he may have thought that he could, I don't know, get out of the room and just get out of the hotel, and they weren't going to keep him there type of thing. And he was in shock. He didn't expect to fall. He was just, and I'm saying that he may have been trying to get out of the room take a different approach, and when there's only one door that way, there isn't really a second out unless you can, get out the balcony or whatnot. And since, that would kind of make sense because the hotel did call before anything, right? So if the hotel knew that he was being locked or forced inside of his room, that would be why a reason to call and say, oh, and has a balcony, because that doesn't make sense, right? For that to be your reaction if somebody is like, whiling out in the room, maybe you call security, tell them to settle down or get out. And their reaction was to call 911 and say there's like a balcony and stuff. That to me just didn't click. Did you know? Because that would be the only reason why that would come to mind as as an emergency, well, not telling it all, he's being locked in his room and we're afraid that he's going to jump, he's on a balcony and may do something, so I don't know, but I'm not a detective. So he may have tried to take a different approach and get out of the hotel, and he may have stepped sideways, lost his foot. I don't know. I'm just saying. He was just as in shock as everybody else, and it wasn't expected. This wasn't planned. Okay? It wasn't planned. He's saying, go ahead and be alone. If you want to be alone and remember, go ahead. Don't look back, right? Take it for all it's worth. Take a different approach in life to, sidestep here and there and keep moving forward. And yeah, people may be shocked if you move in this direction, if you take this new path. I don't know. They may believe that you're sidestepping something, and they may believe that he's getting out because of the loss, or because of the loss without this person. People may attribute it to Liam's loss, but it may be because he doesn't want to lose a lover. I wish I knew if his lover was Cancerian, just an emotional creature anyway, and so I don't know. That's what I have for Niall. So it looks like he has some decisions, and it's I told you what my predictions are, but you please do tell me, since I don't know the young man, you tell me what you think about the energies of the cards and what they represent to you as a fan that would know more than I about his situation, since I'm just tuning in now. All right, and if not, what is your favorite song by this young man, or by One Direction? And who do you think is the most talented out of all of them? I'm just curious. But I'm not trying to cause arguments or anything. I'm just serious. Which one do you, this is all just for fun, okay? Which one do you think is the most talented, or did you like the most, for any reason? Maybe you didn't just maybe you liked one and had nothing to do with their talent, right? Whatever reason, let me know in the comments below. Just leave a freaking comment, folks. This YouTube stuff. Bye.